those rental payments under the lease, which I guess one could compare to the payments, the coupon payments or the interest payments on a fixed interest instrument have some similarities. You mentioned the lease, and I know how much time we spend looking at leases and thinking about leases, but perhaps you could just explain, when we're investing in commercial real estate, how important that lease is and what are the things that we look at.
Yeah, I've always said, people used to say the big three words in property are location, location, location. Yes. Now, in commercial property, that's relevant when you've had the property reverted back to you. But my three big L's for property are leases, leases, leases. Yes. Leases are important. Leases give property its differentiation when you're looking at your asset allocation. The lease protects the landlord from the ups and downs of the business cycle. So your tenant, the person who's borrowed your property, their business will have profits that go up and down depending on economic conditions, depending on their particular industry cycles. And that's reflected in what happens in the share market. So the share market will go up and down, reflecting equity conditions. The landlord with a lease that might go for 5, 10, 15, 20 years is protected from the variability of the business of their tenant by the lease. The tenant has an obligation to pay you rent, which is generally a fixed amount or adjusted to market every year or two, or on a fixed basis. But almost all leases in Australia have a condition that rent cannot fall. So you as the landlord are protected from the business conditions of your tenant through the life of that lease. And that's a very important thing to look at, because it really is what differentiates commercial property from other asset classes.